Here, we do not have any restrooms in this venue. I will let you out if you really need to go, and I will let you back in. But you'll have to like traipse around and find a bar or a restaurant or something. Yeah.
I don't know where the nearest one is.
Yeah, just people will direct you. There's a place called Electric Olive that's like 2 doors down. That's one good spot to go in. So, we would like to thank the Annex. Woohoo!
Yeah.
For offering this space to hold performances, and we'd like to thank our sponsors: Dumont Printing, Livingstone's KVPR, El Patio, and Aromas, Piemonte's Deli, Ampersand Ice Cream, Peace Rocks, Raging Records, Nuvio, Summer Fox, Lori Lewis Ham, Root Access, Community Workspace, and Vista Consulting. We are an all-volunteer organization. 100% of the ticket price that you pay goes directly to the artists, and then what you pay for the wristband goes to support the show and the future, the next year of road. The donation bucket money goes directly towards upfront expenses. Please remember there's no photography or videography allowed unless you're the artist or Rogue Media Badge. Any Rogue Media Badge folks here?
Affirmative.
Ah. Just gonna have to sit back and relax then today. Good to see you. All right, so let's hear it for Eve Ryland and Electric Confessions. I Am Revolution.
Yes!
Let's see. Well, she covered about half of my little warnings about phones. Make sure they're double check they're on silences and no flash photography, all that fun stuff. My name is Bill. I'm here to introduce my lovely wife, Eve.
Yes.
What you're going to see over the next hour is a snapshot of moments in Eve's life from the moment that she became disabled with functional neurological disorder in 2010 and started writing in 2014-ish. So thank you so much for being here, and without further ado, I'd like to introduce Eve Ryland.
Yes! Let's go, Chloe.
Thank you so much, all of you, for being here. I am happy to see you, everyone. Oh, it's even better with the microphone on.
There we go.
All right, you can all hear me now?
Yes.
All right, so thank you for coming to Electric Confessions, and I want to share, we'll jump right into it. This first piece I'm going to share is really several nights, written as one, from these streets right here downtown. And it's some of my earliest memories after becoming disabled in 2010, so when my memories starts kicking in. This is about 2014 era. Under a stark ravine moon, you will find me running through the streets in my bare feet, arms open wide, embracing the night. Unrestricted, I can breathe. Finally, I am free. I am free, and this moon calls me. She calls me past closed stores, metal doors, boarded up buildings, and weary, abandoned people. She calls me past a man who yells, "Satan!" Get behind me as he smashes a bottle on that bus bench near the church with the brick steeple. I run through alleys and run. My heart is fire. My brain is fire. I am electric. Ooh, gravel and glass bite. There's blood on my feet, but I don't hurt and I don't slow. Like the gingerbread man, you can't catch me, you can't catch me. The boys in the hood take a step back when I arrive. Off the sidewalk into the grass, the words die. They watch my every step. They watch my every stride. And their faces say what they don't speak. I'm running crazy past them. I'm running crazy through the streets. Midnight strikes, a new year has run, with clattering pans and loud guns. Through neighborhoods in commotion I run, wild-eyed and free. Nobody can touch me. Nothing can touch me. Not tonight, not while the moon calls me past all the places I shouldn't be. Thank you. That was written as one night, like I said, but was really several overlapping from that era of my life. And I wrote it around the PTSD survival response or trigger of flight. So what makes me run downtown, which is where I was living at the time, H Street Loft, some of you might know. What am I doing out there when I have no business being out there in the surrounding areas in my state of mind? Well, my memory didn't always tell me that. I didn't always know. I just know I felt like I had freedom, and especially if the moon was calling me. And at that time, my memory didn't know that this next piece does. So. I'm misbehaving again. At least, that's what I'm told. Why else would I deliver an opinion so bold? It's my clothes, my hair, my thoughts. Am I not to even be in charge of them? I fear watcher and hate being controlled. This, you know. I'm misbehaving again, emotions exploding, I need to calm, so you say as you grab me by my arms. The hell I do, this is my life, my words get stuck as you squeeze my throat. I'm claustrophobic, this, you know. I'm misbehaving again. You bang my head against the door. I grab at your hands as my feet leave the floor. You tell me to trust you, that I'm too sick to logic, that I'm too ill to understand. I know it doesn't matter what I say, now that I can. I kick and twist, claw at your face, become dead weight, but I can't break your hold. This, you know. I'm misbehaving again. Into the tub I go, head pushed back, water up my nose. I'd have a much better day if I just behaved and quit being so irrational. Your eyes burn like hellfire through the water between your face and mine. You pull me up and say, I'm out of my mind. You're only here to help me. The more I fight, the more difficult it will be. But I never take a bath. I only shower. This, you know. I'm misbehaving again. You know better for me than me. Now see what you had to do. It's my fault I choke on water. It's my fault I can't breathe. As soon as I stop being so crazy, when you can trust me, you'll set me free. I'm in no position to tell you this, you know. I misbehaved again. There's no way to win. I'm stuck in your prison. And I feel my body let go. Watch my limbs float. I exist as emptiness. And that's when you release your voice. Now listen. Now you have all the control. Yes. All right. That, as you can see, was freeze. Around that PTS trigger where freezing is a survival skill. It will save your life. And hell, it doesn't. And when I fast forward a few years to the next trigger I wrote about, and that one is fight. You'll have to kill me first before I quiet again, before I stop making noise, capture someone's notice, and get help sent in. Pay attention, this time is different. You're so sure of yourself, you don't see. I'm not shedding shame or tears, forced into compliance, sitting silently. You said I was most beautiful when set in the sun, face wet, eyes sparkling. As if your opinion mattered. But in this pattern, I'm too faint, flattered, and appear contrite with admiration, grateful for your contemplation. But never again will I make myself small, allow you to pose me like a doll and compliment my tears. Sure, a battle of strength I can't win. You'll push, pinch, and crush until lightning shoots down my spine. Until I tremor and seize. Until I'm knocked out with no memory. Trapped in my confusion. Dependent on your delusion. Today, I counted new bruises. You blamed them on my condition, gave me an elaborate rendition of my twitch and fall. But that doesn't explain it all. My brain recorded what you did, set it on replay. I didn't forget. You censored me not to rebel. said you were here to help, then smashed my face and yanked my legs until carpet burned my skin. And then you threatened to throw me over the balcony next. Well, it's morning now, and I didn't forget. So go ahead and do it again. This time I'll wear a cape, and like Superman, I'll fly to the moon. In the light of day, show me your truth. Difference is, my brain's tracking history. Your abuse, no more a mystery. Look at me, sharp as a blade, and I absolutely refuse to forget again. And you thought I rebelled. Meet the rebel. You'll have to kill me first.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was the last day I ever saw that person. Bye, bitch. Goodbye. And that was the day PTSD triggered into fight. Fight or die, right? So
Yeah.
you're gonna take me out? Let's do it. Let's fight. Mind you, I wouldn't win. Thank God my mouth gets me places. But you know, it was also the end of that era. And then I was faced for the first time with living disabled and alone. And very much still in need of a caregiver in my day-to-day life as I ever was, but did not have any of those supports in place. So I had to learn how to live again and manage all of the literal madness that comes with living with my conditions. So that brings me to this next piece. I stand here, barefoot on carpet, the fiber of home pressed into my soul. My roommate, the quiet, stands with me. We watch branches and leaves swing through a wet window. The quiet doesn't echo the cacophony in my mind. Instead, it's a friend and wraps me in a swath of emptiness. Like a blanket, it provides comfort in fear, and its silence feels like a threadbare and button-eyed love hugged fierce in the dark. It soothes more than honey chamomile and says absolutely nothing when I need it the most. The quiet is never jealous when I return home. It doesn't chide that I stink of chaos and then shame me for where I've been. No. Solitude is always offered. And I'm reminded this is where I belong. No matter what, I can always be here and seek peace from the constant crackle of the storm. But oh, I love to be drunk with chaos. It's scented with life. Rebellion of the quiet can be delicious. and decadent. The body high, incredible, and saturated with voice, intoxicated with vibration, and drenched in indiscriminate light. But that's not enough. My skin sees what it can't always have. Human touch. It need be nothing more grandiose than a pressed cheek hello or honest hug. Even a sincere handshake will do. That brief, warm connection to real life. A moment of humanity. Yes, I am alive. Oh, forget the quiet and bring on the noise. I fight chaos. I fight pain. I rage against the invisible and stand emboldened again. Welcome me into the world. Your bumping, thumping, chiming, beeping, clicking noise dominated world. I want to hear your chatter, songs, and curse. Light me up with a message, flash, photo, snap, headlines, swerve, leaking, streaking, electronic billboard, street light and spotlight. Share with me the synchronicity of you. I want to know your vibe and feel your heart. Let's dance, let's play, let's read our words, smack the table, ring the bell, roar and applause. Conversation, overlapping conversation. It doesn't matter, it shorts my wiring. Like an addict, I need more. More of you, more of this. Give me decadence. Oh, give me decadence until my head explodes and knees smack the floor. Let's overindulge until I shake, rattle, and hum. A staccato inconsistent to the tunes Bono has sung. Let me feel alive completely. This one moment, full sensory integration. And I'm gonna do this until chaos and rebellion fry my mind. And even then, I'll be unapologetic when ride and agony arrive with my unrepentant soul spin. I will seek the quiet, my mistress of silence, to love me, healthy, so I can flirt with chaos again.
Yeah.
All right, so I actually wrote that piece in 2016. In the moment of living this single life and trying to figure out how to get back into the world. You were there? I remember. Anyhow, I wrote this piece and I took it out to the Inner Ear Jam, the poetry slam here in Fresno that's been going on for a long time. Kay knows it very, very well. And I shared it. But we'll get to that. I jumped ahead. Anyhow. I lived in that boom and bust cycle for a long time. And it was really hard, but I loved going out and I loved the freedom, and I wasn't going to be stuck in the back of someone's room because I do funny things in public. So no. And on one of those adventures out, I went to an art pop downtown at the bank vault. Is it the Pacific Building? I can't remember. Anyhow, and on this night, I met this guy. And I might have been a little feisty. Just a little. But he won me over with this song.
Aww, yay.
She was morning and I was nighttime. One day woke up, find her lying beside my bed. Oh, I softly said, "Come take me." For I've been lonely and in need of someone. So I've done someone wrong somewhere, but I don't know where. No, I don't know where. Come lately. You are the sun, I am the moon. You are the words I am the tune playing. And the songs she sang to me, songs she bring to me, words that rang in me, rhymes that sprang from me warm the night. Oh, and what was right became me. You are the sun, I am the moon. You are the words, I am the tune playing. Oh, and so it was that I came to travel upon the road that was on the narrow, another place. Oh, another grace could save me. You are the sun, I am the moon. You are the words, I am the tune playing. Oh, and songs she sang to me, songs she bring to me, words that rang in me, rhymes that sprang from me warm the night. Oh, and what was right to me. You are the sun, I am the moon. You are the words, I am the tune playing. La 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 la. You are the sun, I am the moon. You are the words, I am the tune playing. You are the sun, I am the moon. You are the words, I am the tune playing.
Thank you very much. Now, I wish I could say it was just the song. She gave a very short version of. I'll take it.
I got wooed. That's the song. I mean, isn't he charming?
Yes.
Oh, right. So, like that, life and music entered my life again, and you know, it changes everything. Having real support. changes everything. And my life changed in a lot of ways, and I learned that love heals. And I wrote this about that. I don't know why, but I get really thirsty out here. And I keep waiting for one of these ticks to make that a real show tea. Love me now. You're all I need. You're my everything today and forevermore. So love me now. The dark days are near, but not yet here. Love me now before I fall too deep. Get so far away, so lost, I can't hear your heartbeat, even as you pull me close into that space that feels like home. I simultaneously implode and explode, want you far, want you near. Love me now, so when I can't be found, even as I sit here next to you, muted and missing, lost and trapped, soul burned and busted, exhausted, saying, fuck this fight. Even then, it's your song that brings the light. Love me now, with every breath I'm drowning, disillusioned, my soul slips, seeking annulment in the abyss. I'm faded to translucence, merely a ghost in me, inside lost to the lies of my mind. Rage spent, resilience withered, and still you are here, sitting silent, not touching, but near. Your patience, excruciating, and evergreen, softly reminding I'm not alone. I am not alone. So love me now, sing your songs now, and I'll remember them when I'm lost in the dark, unable to find the light, my own soul dimmed tonight. It's your voice singing me home, pushing the color of life and pulling me back to you and waking me up to live again. Love me now, here in the dark, you are the light and I am blinded. So love me. Right, so love can heal a lot of things. A lot of things. So many things I never thought were even possible to be healed. And having real support changes a whole lot of other things that I didn't even know was possible. And having Bill in my life, one, he taught me to trust again, and he taught me love and peace, and his patience, because I can be really feisty. But it also, he taught me I can be disabled and have a good life. This life can be a good life as I am with all these things in place. And I can be disabled and be a mom full time. And I can be a spouse, and I can be an activist, and I can be a poet.
Yes.
Here we go. And last year, I am now 15 years into this life,
Come on.
and I wrote something to reflect on this whole journey to now. I'm a burden on the able because I'm disabled. My worth flatlined in 2010. When my brain went berserk, my body started to tremor and jerk. Each assault announced by an electric surge that burned out my nerves, zapped my memory, and left me too weak to resist. Too weak to exist. Too weak to exist outside of my bed. So there I was left, my soul trapped, my body undead. Somehow I was alive, and yet I did not live. Saw so many doctors, but none could fix me. So they dissed me, infantilized me, dehumanized me, then ditched me. Why? Because my words didn't work. My mouth could form them, but not perform them in a manner understood by you and I. So over my head they said to all but me, this isn't physical, it's mental. Can't you see?
Mm.
It would take repetition before I realized what they meant was, bye bitch, you're crazy. You no need to be my patient anymore, so don't schedule an appointment on your way out the door. I felt criminal, my health concerns minimal, quality of life abysmal. Lost in time, memories flow through my mind without linear perspective. How do I make sense of what doesn't feel like mine? Lost in the system, they won't listen. Told my brain is protecting the trauma from projecting and bounce to psychiatry. Informed, I can be seen for the PTSD only. Before specialists abandoned me, I was diagnosed with FND, short for functional neurological disorder, and was told if I just believed in my diagnosis, I'd be cured. If I just believed, I'd be cured. Oh, apparently I was a solution to my own delusion. But I tried to believe. I tried to believe. I tried to believe I had FND. But as you can see, it didn't work. Because here I am, 15 years later, still crazy. Love feels, but only sometimes. sharp. I feel it. I can't soften the crack. It's okay. My rage comes from a place of love. Heart fired bright, sometimes my insanity speaks for me. But don't dismiss this fortune teller of misery. There's a reason I'm so crazy. I know many don't like what I say, but it's the past on repeat, missing the cloak of invisibility you think protects you from being like me. A privilege of fantasy I too once embraced. But I'm wiser now, complete in this season of rage. You see, years ago, seizures on the sidewalk taught me I'm trash for others to step over as if unseen. Compassion reserved for those better benefiting. And if that wasn't enough, different day, lesson the same, sitting on a bus bench, catching some rays, all to feel alive in the loneliest space. That is until spit lands on my cheek. Businessman walks by briskly. My crime existing, disheveled and unclean, consumed by madness and vulnerability. For others expect grace, I've seen the dark side of humanity, seasoned liberally, had it dripping down my face, all for being unwell in a public place. But as you can see, it didn't devastate me.
Come on.
Kindness exists in others that have been similarly dismissed. It was a homeless person who offered water in 110-degree heat, shared their shade, kept me out of harm's way until my brain could get a grip and I could walk steady again. Stranger with nothing gave everything, and we doubled it. Now I've got no patience for good people's performative shit. I rage against it. Yeah, he can make me look like a bitch, but there's no filters here when I look in the mirror. Brutal truth, and you can coexist here. And at the end of the days, I know who is legit, simply trying to exist, being used as a prop for politics and abused and abandoned in the mix, all without consent. Oh yeah, it's a hell of a performance, handshaking and win in the midst of devastation, and then look to us as if we're to applaud them. Nah, I can't pretend. The tired, the poor, the huddled masses yearning to breathe free. The homeless and the wretched refuge. Every day I exist still because of them. And every day it's for them I rage.
Yes.
Y'all, we're so close. the numbness that you think you're never gonna feel again, and then, oh shit. I have a feeling, and it's gonna tell me everything about the world I see now, this dystopia of life that only affects me, right? But it doesn't end there. After a while, it evolves. And you heal some more, and you see some more, and you resist, and you persist. And it changes over time. And it becomes something else. You don't lose, or at least I am, you don't lose the ideal. You don't lose all those things. It just changes into revolution. Okay, so it brings me to the last piece of tonight. And yay. I made it the last. All right, I almost said the word tick and I made it happen. All right, we'll talk about it after I get nervous. In school, these knees have never bent to check if my skirt touched the floor, like my mother's generation before, shaming parts of my body long before puberty, when I didn't know yet what it meant for me to be me organically. I am revolution. From before I was conceived, a part of me existed in the 60s as a speck in my mother's ovary, as she absorbed her energy, as she rebelled in genes. She once explained, after a summer break, school rules hadn't changed, but her peers did. So when they arrived to class wearing cotton blues en masse, administration said nothing, and the culture shifted. Seems so small, decades after it all, but in photos from history it can be seen, activists in jeans rising up against segregation and dehumanization. Fuck Jim Crow. They wanted freedom and civil rights of everyone of their generation. And that's the energy in which I was created. From before I was born, my father came from a broken home. Oldest child raised in the late 50s by a single mom of 3, divorced woman with no support, plus constant side-eye from society. Wasn't easy getting credit and housing with no husband around. My parents met in their tweens, married about 18. Soon after, my mom found out she was pregnant with me. So my dad quit heroin cold turkey, worked 3 jobs so they could move out of a rented garage into a home. At 20, he was determined never to abandon me the way his dad did him. And he never did. Family was his dedication until he died in his early 60s. Now, his legacy lives in me. And I am revolution. Remembering our history, teaching my children to think critically, love with their hearts openly, and show them what my era has achieved. From the fall of the Berlin Wall to marriage equality, brilliantly building on the previous generation's energy. I raise them to be revolutionary, to keep the momentum going. But now we live in a future I never expected to see. People and freedoms disappearing. In this timeline we can't blink. Democracies becoming extinct. But they're not going to silence me, because to my death I'm going to scream, I am revolution. I am revolution from the moment I was conceived. I am revolution. Every moment I am alive. I am revolution against fascism until the day I die. Until then, I am revolution with every breath. And if you're hearing me, believe this, you are revolution too. Oh boy. So that is the last one I have in this particular set list. In the end, I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and kind of, if you have any questions or anything, we have about 5 minutes. I'm open for it, but otherwise, thank you so much for joining us and hanging out and having a bit of music and song. Thank you, Bill, and thank you for doing the wonderful art. And if you haven't seen it, over here we have artist Alex Cube in the room, and her art is over here in the gallery. Plus, there's so much great stuff. If you haven't been in here yet, definitely check it out. So thank you, everyone.
Are there any artists in the house who might want to mention their shows?
So,
Yes.
my name is Lady K. I have a one-woman show that is at the Lotus Room. It is called A Hot Flash Gospel on, because perimenopause is a bitch, and I don't like her. So I wrote a whole play about it. So it's at the Lotus Room. I have 3 more shows tomorrow at 12:30, the 5th at 8:30, and my final show is on Saturday at 6:30 over here right down the street at the Lotus Room. So thank you so much.
And she's amazing.